Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Rabbit and we're doing a compilation series today featuring Artosis. I think I'm going to coin these agony series. So somebody is doing something agonizingly cheesy or horrible or disgusting to the other player. So we have a compilation of games that I have searched and put together for today's series. All will feature Artosis. And the opponent will be maybe somebody different, maybe the same person, much like the WWW guy that I did recently. Who freaking knows? So he's playing on his alias the Zookeeper in this particular game. I think he'll be on that alias for all the games in today's series. And the first game we have is a PvT, and of course our opponent is going Nexus first. Alrighty, so we all know how much Artie likes to play against Nexus first. One of his many grievances he does have with this wonderful game is how difficult it is to punish and how unreasonable it is that Protoss players get away with murder as they do so often. Okay, so let's give a Nexus over here. Boom! Right, okay, so before we get started with this series, I have a question for everybody who's watching. Can somebody please enlighten me? Who is Toggles? Right? So I've, on recent videos, and this one will be out probably about the middle of February, and I'm recording this now on the 24th of January. Okay, so there's not going to be too much of a time lapse when you're watching this and when I've received these comments. But I've had a couple of people commenting on my videos saying you must cast Toggles. Toggles is interesting. You got to feature this guy, and I'm like, okay, I will have a look for his games quite soon. I'm just curious to know from those who are in the know what the reason might be. I'm happy to do it, and it can come from like a stone cold place in the sense that my reactions to his games will be 100% sincere because I genuinely don't know what to expect. So if anybody could tell me what I should be expecting, that would be very much appreciated. Okay, so we're just going Forge. Okay, yeah, that's just to protect. It's a sort of the safer version of the Nexus first. He's made the Forge, but he hasn't made the cannon. Oh no, he does make the cannon. Scouting information does have the probe here to kind of see that there's only a couple of Marines. Artosis is making a factory and does still have his scouting SCV alive. Needs to just be wary of the finishing of, or when this timing on this cannon finishes up. It will be firing possibly on the low ground, possibly on the high ground, so that could be interesting. Posturing back and forward here with his Marines, but nothing too exciting. It's going too fact, so I must say I am doing a few more Artosis games in Agony series, and he does seem to do this response to Nexus first quite often, which is the two factory try to punish it approach. I don't know if that's the right approach. Like, I cast a lot of pro games where the Protoss goes Nexus first, and I don't see the pros doing this, so I just think that if you're pretty much all in as Terran, because if you don't really do some serious damage to Protoss here, Protoss is just too far ahead economically. You don't have an expansion. You're setting yourself a long way back as Terran if you respond to Nexus first like this each and every time. You know what I mean? Anyway, a couple of Zealots, cannon. What are we doing here to progress? We're getting a range. We're getting a second gateway. Another pylon. So pretty much plain. Maybe looking to take a quick third here? I don't know. It's not very good scouting from the Protoss player. If you haven't left back a scouting probe to confirm that Terran hasn't expanded, you should definitely not be taking a third. Perhaps still waiting to take his third. Just setting up for it. Zealots are not going to have a very good time against this Vulture. Cannon should do okay against the Marines. We are researching siege mode though, so that cannon will then become a non-entity pretty quickly. Vulture just confirms that there is no third. Alright, so here we go. The decisive little moment. So economic cheese, in inverted commas, which is Nexus first. It's so common. I don't think you can really call it cheesy. It's just a greedy opening against a 2-factory all-in from Artosis. So let's see how it goes. And what is he waiting for? Okay, just waiting to clear the cannon, which is now done. And we're moving in with 2 tanks, marines. We have a decent number of units here. That goes that probe. Cheers, buddy. Another cannon being made over here. I think he's just giving Protoss quite a bit of time to get a few more units on the field. So here we go, we go in. We have 2 tanks. We are transferring probes, distracting with probes. Distracting with probes we are. We are not making anything behind this, and we are getting absolutely wrecked by the looks of it. Mines could make a bit of a difference. Nope. And we, oh my god, did we get a GG from Artosis? Have I slipped into an alternative dimension? He must know this guy, because, I mean, he would be disgusted with what has just happened. So that was, wow. Maybe he's turned over a new leaf. Maybe he's Menace Artosis. Who knows? Anyway, we've got another game coming up in our little mini-series, so let's get into that one. Alrighty, this time we are on Polypoid. It's another PvT. The players originally spawned brown versus red. I didn't want to do the brown on the brown terrain of Polypoid. I just switched it to red versus blue. Opponent is 51617, probably his phone number, I don't know. Just random aliases, as we do see very often on ladder. And Artosis is still under the Zookeeper alias. We have close spawns on Polypoid, probably one of the most generically played on, practiced on, used maps in Broodwar history. Probably in a close race with Fighting Spirit, which just due to age and longevity alone would be the rival. And looks like we're going to do another 12 Nexus. So this wasn't intentionally a 12 Nexus showcase, but this does seem to be what we are running into this fine Saturday afternoon. Now when I say fine Saturday afternoon, which is the day that I'm recording it, it is 38 degrees today, so it is a wonderful day to sit in my air-conditioned office in my house and record Broodwar. You don't want to be doing that when it is lovely weather and you could be going to the beach, or you could be doing fun things. You should be doing stuff to do with games when it is not fun to be outside, out and about, doing in real life things. So that is what we have chosen today. So Artosis is doing a scout on his refinery, and he's probably going to scout him last, because the scout pattern would be there, there, and there. We'll see if he N scouts or Z scouts, whatever it is that you want to call it. But this could work out really nicely if he gets last scouted. That being said, it is a factory opening. Although his factory isn't very late. 227 is usually the benchmark if you've done your build really neatly as Terran. And Artosis constantly misses that by about 6 or 7 seconds. Alrighty. So we have our Cybernetics core along the way. I don't know what is making this Protoss so confident to simply do his build without any sort of safety, zealot, or anything. He is making a zealot now, and he is about to get scouted. Second gateway on the way, Cybernetics core on the way. And here, Artosis is going to get the good news. Hey, I went Nexus first. How are you? Nice to see ya. And we'll just see how quickly he responds. Factory on the way, Vulture on the way. Making a... Where are you sending your Marines, dude? That Marine's decided he's not interested. He's going the wrong way. Okay, cool. So sending them all. Sorry, my mouse is going spacko. Alright, so one of the reasons why it matters that your factory is on time is the 7 seconds here is potentially a big deal, right? You see these two Dragoons? They are still 4 or 5 seconds away. If his factory was sooner, his Vulture would have been sooner. These units would all have been here before these Dragoons even popped down. Now, they're arriving as he's got 2 goons on the ramp, and he's got 2 more in production. I mean, goons will fight fine. He's also got extra probes from the Nexus first. And, I mean, I'm not calling it preemptively, but this is really just all about timing, is all I'm saying. The sooner and the more efficiently you can pull off your build, the better. Bunker is on the way. He's targeting down not the Vulture, interestingly enough, but the Marines. I think that kind of makes sense because those are the units that go in the bunker. And once again, this attempt to bust. I mean, he's got 4 Dragoons here. This is just pie. He can get range, which he will do shortly. I think he's... there we go. I mean... it's not even close. It's not even close. And it's about the build. And the execution of his build. Even if he's last scout, which I admit is unlucky, he could have been and should have been in position to pressure this Nexus at least 7 to 10 seconds sooner, and that's what makes all the difference in these kinds of games, and that's unfortunately what it comes down to. All right, so we're gonna switch gears now, and we're gonna do something different. Let's see what it is. Okay, this time we're on Radeon. It is a Terran versus Zerg. The original colors here were actually pretty decent, orange and green, no worries at all. So we are sticking with those. Artosis spawning here in the top left, still as the Zookeeper. And he is playing against our orange Zerg, whose alias is Wave Hell Hell. Okay, so that's going to be interesting. I don't know, I mean, aside from 4 pools and stuff like that, what cheeses or aggro or disgusting plays can be done by Zergs, but we will see what this game does have in store for us. Could just be a build order loss, could just be agony. I like to identify games where one of the players, probably Artosis if I'm brutally honest, is going to show a little bit of tilt or frustration. Probably because of something that he could have avoided, even if he doesn't always like to admit that. Alrighty, so what's been going on in the world of Rabbit Roo? Let's see if we have some time to talk about real life stuff before we get into any action. Yeah, man, so we have bought our house. We have to still get the keys and do the settlement and go through all those fun things. It's been a very stressful return to the year. So I was away and I got back to Australia 2 weeks ago, and like my holiday, I must be honest, is like a distant memory. There's just been so much shit going on. But yeah, today, thankfully, because it's so hot, I found myself finding a little bit of bandwidth and free time to cast some Broodwar. Just probably trying to figure out what are going to be the most fun games and most worthwhile games to be doing. The Artosis games are like, they are heaps of fun to do. I'm not gonna deny that. And if they are also sort of popular enough that people want to see them, then I'll probably be doing a few more of those. And yeah, based on the feedback on old Toggles, we'll see. We'll definitely do 1 or 2 of his games and see how that goes. But yeah, so I've been waffling along for 3 minutes in this particular game because nothing's been happening. We've made a lair, we made a hatchery, we're doing normal things and the stuff. It's all good. I love this little forward wall expansion that most Terrans are doing. Artosis has executed that beautifully here. I think it really does give... oh dear, that's a very early loss in of our scouting SCV. I hope we don't neglect to send out another one. He's mocking him in Korean, by the looks of it. That's not ideal. Because we can do funny things as a Zerg. We're not, though. We are just going Spire. I was just double checking. I'm like, what the frick? Is he gonna go Hydra Den? What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Couple more lings, more drones, getting ling speed. So all pretty normal stuff so far. Transferring our SCVs, good timing on that. Academy on the way. No eBay yet. We would expect the eBay pretty soon, I'd imagine. Just a couple of SCVs, just a couple of lings here as an early warning. I wonder if Artosis is going to move out. Just like this opening so much, it just gives Terran so many timings. There it is. eBay on the way, stem on the way. This is quite a standard sort of build. Another racks over here, quite close to the ramp, so they can move down through the rally. He may reposition this one too. We will see. We will see. We will see. Everything's still normal in the building, in the production tab, ladies and gentlemen. Although, I had a look at my analytics the other day. 100% of my viewers are male, right? There are literally no female Brood War fans. I mean, admittedly, my channel is tiny. So perhaps on bigger channels, where there are thousands of regular viewers. Oh dear, that's not good. He just picks that off and runs away. What a douchebag, man. And he's going to try and make what he was trying to make there anyway, which is a bunker. He's going to... Oh my word. If he did that again... Oh, so anyway, sorry, I was saying, so the analytics have told me, and this is just since I've returned, most of my viewers are in North America, so Canada and the USA, like 30-40%, something like that. No other meaningful percentage. The problem with analytics is it doesn't add up to 100. So while I've been told like a certain percentage is in America and a certain percentage in Canada or whatever, all the percentages of the geography don't add up to 100. So like I'm going, guys, do we need to do some basic math training here? What is the story? But yeah, so I can only really gather that no females watch, and most who do watch are in the North America. And the other thing is 30% of people who watch are subscribed, which is not unusual. There's actually a lot of channels who show that more people who watch this stuff are unsubscribed than not. But this is not having a good time here. But if you do enjoy my content and you haven't subscribed, feel free to do so. If you don't want to do it, that's also really no big deal. It's just interesting what these little analytics tell you. You shouldn't look at a single video though. I think you should look at like content over a period of time. How is Artosis on... Oh no, sorry. Yeah, he's on less supply. He had such a good start economically. He's just getting pressured with lings and mutas, which is the most standard thing you can do as a Zerg. Some lings have snuck in the house here. Doesn't have any turrets back here. We've got two in the main. One protecting this barrack. Only one barrack. Look at the amount of money Artosis has got. He's got himself supply block in such a tangle. Predominantly because these depots all got killed. And this is just wrecking him. He's just floating money, building turrets to survive against these mutas. He cannot make anything. He's only got 2 barracks. This is just sad. This is absolutely sad. It's like... I don't even have words to describe that. I mean, that was just appalling. You know, you're not... What special thing did this player do to just lose? Just mistakes, I'm afraid. Just mistakes. Anyway, last game coming up, so stay tuned. Okay, I like these colors. We have orange here on Polestar this time, bottom right. And we have a purple Zerg who is playing under the alias Queen, but this is in fact not Queen. It's actually one of the many wonderful features of Seawall is it can tell you and can find the correct players. So thanks to people like Dude Nerd and what have you who have made Battle.net ID tag documents for us to check as casters. This is definitely not Queen. This is a Queen imposter. And ladies and gentlemen, it is happening. Artosis is going from the cheeser. No, he's going from the cheesy to the cheeser. He's becoming the cheeser, okay? Cheeses, let's go. All right, double racks, middle of the map. We ain't messing around anymore. We're tired of people attacking us and giving us grief. Although, to be honest, it was a failed 12 Nexus block, and just failed game where a little bit of muteless harassment got him so supply blocked that he just got wrecked so far, in summary. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's actually more Artosis that we've been receiving today. Just aggressive responses to builds to the point where he's now probably a little tilted. I think this was the same stream that he did this on to the previous game where he just got wrecked. So maybe a bit of frustration coming in. But yeah, let's see how good he is at cheesing, because he will obviously have been cheesed many a time and complained about it. So let's see when the cheesy becomes the cheeser. Our Zerg is doing very standard Zergy stuff. He hasn't gone 12 hatches. Interestingly, on pull first, which is going to help here in this instance. So relatively normal SCV timing. If you're the Zerg, you're thinking 2 minutes and 20 is probably close spawns. It's a first scar timing. So we are getting our gas going. We could see a lair. Our Overlord's flown all the way here and seen nothing. So Artosis at this point remains pretty much unscouted. Is sending out some lings. He's not going to find this, is he? Oh, what are the odds, bro? Finds it immediately. Doom, 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 doom. Goes lair, as per usual. And yeah, our hatch is not going to be done in time. So this is going to be a problem defending it, for sure. Making some lings. Why is he waiting? What are you waiting for? Okay, making the bunker. Firing away at the hatchery in the meantime. This might be enough lings to pounce on this. No, I think this hatchery is toast, guys. We are getting ling speed. We are still getting our lair. We're making more lings. This hatchery is overs, and this creep colony is being targeted down as well. Cancels that. Alright, well, so far so good. Not much of a transition yet, just pretty much 2 racks all in. Just see, either kills him or it doesn't work. It's making a sunken, it's making a hydroden. So it looks like the plan to respond to this is going to be mutalisks. Sorry, it's going to be lurkers, beg your pardon, not mutalisks. We will have to see how we go. We're not spending money on anything right now. We've just frozen. Everybody's frozen. I swear to God, I did not hit pause. What? Okay, then now we're researching lurker aspect. We are moving around a few units. What are you waiting for? Just go. The whole purpose of this build is you've got to pressure before the Zerg can counter. What are you waiting for? Please can someone tell me what he's waiting for? What are you waiting for? What? Go! It's one sunken! I'm lost. I am totally and completely lost. Somebody needs to help me. I haven't dropped dead, I promise. I'm actually in some kind of shock. Like, what? More lurkers are in production. What is he like trying to pivot here now into a macro game behind this? I'm sorry. Oh, what an unbelievable ending to this Agony series. I actually have no more words. I'm just gonna say thank you for watching. I will see you next time. That was amazing. Bye bye.